Okay, I want to ask you something. So you are from Jharkhand, right? Have you ever seen Dhoni?
And no, I haven't seen him.
Okay.
I just saw him on YouTube or on any social media channels
Okay.
because he is from Ranchi, and I have
Ranchi.
visited Ranchi, but not his place. And he doesn't live here, so how can I meet him, or how can I see him? So it's very
Okay.
difficult for me.
Recently, actually, one of my friends told me, I don't know whether this is true or not. He told me like Dhoni is having uh, a small piece of land. He's doing some kind of gardening or something where he has a lot of vegetable plants and the fruits, strawberries, and all those plants. Like a small type of agriculture that he is doing in his land. And if you go there, you'll be able to see him. He comes there every single day. That's what my friend told me. Is it true? Do you know anything about this?
I don't think so because if he were here, he might have land. I think he might have farmland because I have seen in the news channel there they were talking about like there was a person who was waiting for him to
Mhm.
meet him for a long time, and he was just showing his farmland like here I am in Dhoni's farm flat and all. But he didn't find. But after a long time, he found him and he met him. But I don't think he lives here. I don't think
Okay.
so. I'm not
Yeah.
sure about
Even if he lives, he'll live very silently because people comes to know
yes,
that they will all queued in front of their house. Okay,
yes.
that's great. Do you have any liking for TV actors? I mean, do you have any favorite actors? You don't?
I know. I was just inclined to watch child serials. That's all. I
Child
never
series.
watched
Only
any web
Shakalaka Boom
series.
Boom and
Yes,
Shaktiman.
only yes, yes.
Okay.
I never watched any kind of web series, any kind of serial, any kind of like celebrities videos
Mhm.
or anything. I was not into film industry, so I don't have inclination
Okay.
to watch any celebrity.
Okay, maybe you should try watching some English podcast or web series and try to do shadowing practice because when you do shadowing practice, your pronunciation and fluency will get better. And especially for you, if you are a little bit fluent, your English will become so beautiful. The only problem that I can see is a little bit of fluency is needed. I mean, the natural flow is needed, and when you get that natural flow, your English will definitely will become so beautiful.
Okay, so could you suggest me some of the series, some of the English series, which I
Oh, web,
can try?
English web series. You can try this. Have you ever heard about Friends? There is an English web series called Friends.
Yes, I have
That's the famous one.
heard about this. I have heard of this, but I think I tried it to watch, but I couldn't understand the words they were speaking to each other. That
Okay,
was
okay.
too difficult for me to understand.
No, 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 no. It's not like that. I mean, even I felt the same thing when I first watched that web series. The thing is, the first two episodes will be like that. You will really find it hard to understand the way of the comedy sense they have, the humor sense they have, because the American type of humor and the Indian type of humor is totally different. For certain things they will laugh, and for certain things we don't laugh. So it will be like that. Their comedy sense is different, but once you watch the first two episodes, you will get adjusted to it. You'll be able to find out what they are talking, and maybe in 3 4 episodes you will get addicted to it. I mean, the thing is, they use simple plain English, and their fluency is, of course, they are Americans, they have this natural flow. The thing is, they use New York accent, and their accent is very simple, it's very easy to understand. And they also use simple English, they don't use complex sentences. Most of their English sentences are like 3 4 words, that's all, maybe 5 words. So I mean,
Oh,
worldwide, most of the English learners, they are watching this web series. Even do you know about K-pop? The Korean pop singers. I mean,
no, I don't know.
even I don't know about them. Some of the famous Korean pop singers are there. They have said in one of their interviews that they learned English by watching this web series, Friends.
Okay,
So
so
this one
I
is very famous. You can give a try. I mean, maybe try watching. Maybe the first two episodes will be kind of boring and you won't be able to understand anything. But try to watch at least 5 to 6 episodes. Then you decide whether to continue it or not.
okay. I
Yeah.
have to tolerate 5 to 6 episodes because I have not into movies or series, so definitely I'll have to develop interest first of all. Then I have to be adaptable to watch such kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then I'll see. Sometimes when we used to practice while speaking to another person, like I'm trying to have conversation with you, if topic is very normal, then it's okay to have conversation. If topic is very different, you are just throwing some topics like let's have debate on this topic, so how to handle those situation if you don't have anything and still you have to have there, you can't quit the conversation, you can't quit the debate, so how can you handle that?
That is a very difficult thing to do. I mean, for everyone. The thing is, first of all, we have to have a very good knowledge in the topic to talk. At least we need to have around 5 to 7 points. Only then we'll be able to talk. First of all, we already have one problem, that is English. We are not able to frame sentences properly. The second problem is we don't even know what to talk. We don't even have points. So that is a very difficult situation. Even everybody experiences it. Even I've also experienced it when I attended interviews in some of the companies. There used to be a round called group discussion, GD, they say. So in group discussion, they'll suddenly give you a topic. They'll ask you to talk in the topic. Most of the time, I won't be knowing what the topic is. It's a very trickier one. Some of them they speak about inflation. Well, you have to know a little bit of economy to talk about inflation. During that time, when I was giving interviews, I did not know what is inflation. But after I finished UPSC preparation and everything, I came to know what is inflation. So
Okay.
you need to have knowledge in the topics, right? So at that time, what I do is I talk about normal stuff, like whatever comes to my mind. The Even if you don't have any knowledge, it doesn't really matter. You're able to talk or not. That is what matter. So when you get a word, okay, this is the word I'm getting, inflation. Okay, what do I know about inflation? I know only the basic stuff. Inflation means the rise of prices, so I can tell that. So it's very difficult situation. Even I also experienced that. But you can talk simple things. You don't have to think deep into the topic. It's all about English. It's not about the knowledge.
Yes, but sometimes I think knowledge matters. Like you have prepared for UPSC for some years, I think, as you are talking. So definitely that might have helped you to build some knowledge, build up some knowledge. You have accumulated some knowledge regarding
Mhm.
different topics. You have read about different genres, geopolitics and all. So now you can have debate and you can't face the problem as other may face. Like
Okay.
other have to
No,
accumulate things.
yeah, I get your point. Even that is what a lot of people think. Even I used to think like that. But let me tell you something. You spent around 3 years in learning various topics, various books you have read. You've accumulated a huge amount of knowledge of different topics. Most of it, you won't be able to use it. At the end of the day, the skill that you have, is it going to get you more money? No. If it's going to help you in your work? No. If it's not going to help you in anywhere, then that is of no use. That's what I've experienced. Because for example, there is a subject called geography
Yes.
in the UPSC syllabus. That is my favorite subject, and that is my mains second paper that I've taken as a geography. I've read. I can actually. It's looked like I have read the masters of geography, the master subject. I know more in depth details about geography. But the thing is, so far I haven't used this topic anywhere. Whenever I come across news when they are reporting, oh, there is a cyclone that's been happening near the Bay of Bengal Ocean, I am able to understand why the cyclone happens because of the air pressure variation between the land and the sea surface. So that's where the cyclone happens. I'm able to understand it. But what is the use of this knowledge? No, right?
At least you are able to understand, you can make others understand, like if there is a child who is curious to know why this cyclone is happening, and so then you
Yeah,
might uh, have helped them.
yeah, I can become a very good teacher by using this knowledge. But can I become whatever I want? No. I actually, the thing is, your skill has to give you either of these three things. Either it has to give you power, or it has to give you money, it has to make you rich, or it has to give you a good position in the society, or it has to give you all these things. If it's not giving you any of these things, I think that skill is of no use. I mean, you wasted your time because you could have made something better with the time that you have wasted. So when I finished after 3 years of preparing for UPSC, I couldn't crack it. In case if I cracked it, then it's of very good use. I couldn't crack it. Then I found out 3 years of my life is completely wasted. I could have used that 3 years in my IT industry. I could have grown much bigger in IT industry. I could have become a very good, I could have been in a very good position in the IT industry in case if I had used that 3 years. So it goes like that. I mean, it's not like all the skills are wasted. Most of the skills, if you are not putting that into use, then that is a wasted skill.
Okay, so what was your main purpose to start UPSC preparation? Have you ever thought of having big position or having much more money?
No, it's not like that. Well, I always had this liking for this UPSC exam preparation. I have the liking for the general knowledge type of questions and all those stuffs. So I had my close friend. He was preparing for UPSC, and that's how even I also started. Now he's also not able to crack the UPSC exam, but he's cracked the banking exam, and he has become a senior manager in a very big bank. And yeah, at that time I was also preparing for UPSC and I couldn't make it, so I came into IT field. So what I'm saying is, the thing is, it's not about just UPSC, it's about the competition. See, you have 10 lakh people applying for this UPSC exam, and around half of the people are appearing for the exam, so it's a huge competition. And
Yes.
yeah, maybe I could have tried one or more for another 2 years. I could have tried, but I couldn't try because of my family situation. Everything happened. My father fell ill, so I had to go find a job. It was like, for some people, they are gifted. They had this time. They started preparing at the from 12th standard itself, and they are able to crack it. Some people are gifted. For some people, it's very difficult. And when you lose something and the skill that you have learned, most of the time it's going to nowhere. It's not getting you anywhere. Maybe you can become a very good teacher, you can become a very good guide telling someone how to do that, but of course it's not going to give you anything.
You can become anything else apart from the main goal. You are going to lose that
Yeah,
main goal.
right. That's what I'm saying. That's a good topic that we have discussed. You brought up this. That's a good question.
Yeah,
Okay, so now you are going to become a teacher. So what is your favorite
definitely.
subject?
My favorite subject is English literature itself, as I
Okay.
am fond of studying, I am fond of reading stories, but it is English literature is not about only stories or poetry. You have to study about British literature, American history, world history. There are so many things. But
Yeah.
when you start your journey, you don't know what are the syllabus you are going to have. But earlier it was like, okay, it would be about stories and poems, so definitely I would like the most. But now I think history is also fascinating. I am able to know about so many things, and I think I am a kind of curious person who always tries to get a lot of things. Whatever comes in my way, I always try to think why it is happening and what is the main root from where it came. So I think it is also good for me.
Yeah, that is actually really very good. Even I am also very interested in learning, especially histories, especially the incidents, because whenever an incident happened, why this has happened, what are all the things that made it to happen, and that will lead you to a different history, and that will lead you to a different history. So it's like a chain.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Have
And
you?
you know,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
No, I was telling if you know something, whatever happened in past, the same thing you are seeing in your present, that past is repeating again. So you
Mm.
may be able to deal the situation if you have read that history thoroughly. Definitely that will help you. Like as that at that point of time, how people handle. So definitely you can incorporate the same theory or ideology to
Right.
do the thing.
That is a very good point to be noted here. The thing is, whatever happened in the past, that's going to repeat again. This is what happening all the time. It's what this is what happening every 100 years. The same thing or repeating. That's what people say. And the thing is, we are not using history for learning. We are not using history for correcting our mistakes and not making the mistakes again. We are using our histories for vengeance. We are trying to avenge people that who are dead, or we are trying to take revenge on those people who committed crimes, and that is why the history is repeating all the time. Because one person does something bad, and the next person takes a revenge on him, and his son takes a revenge, and this is what happens in countrywide. I mean, obviously, when it comes to history, if you take a look at the history of the world war, the first world war happened, and because of that Germany got insulted by these other allied nations, and because of that the second world war happened, because Hitler thought, oh my god, you insulted me, you insulted my country, now I'm going to start a second world war. So that's how the history already repeated there. Now
Yes.
people are expecting a third world war. I'll tell you one more incident, not an incident, one more thing. I don't know whether this is true or not. Somebody told me that Einstein has said something. You know Einstein, right?
Yes, yes.
He said something like, there will be a fourth world war that will also happen. And in the fourth world war, people will be fighting with stick and stones. Because in the third world war itself, everything will be gone. Because in the third world war, we'll be mostly using this nuclear weapons, the nuclear missiles, and everything. So everything, whatever technology that we have developed, everything will be gone, and it will. And there are some studies that people say within 52 minutes, the world will, most half of the population will die within 52 minutes of the third world war. So that's what they say. History always repeats. So we have to at least try to stop this. We have to understand this. Okay, this is, we have this many missiles and everything. So if history repeats again, we are not going to survive this time.
I think there are so many people, they have read so many books and they have knowledge that this will happen. They are able to assume that what will happen in future, but still they are not executing the rules. They should. They are not doing the things which will stop happening the war in our future.
Yeah.
Like we
It,
all have read many things, and we all know that if we stop doing such kind of thing, there will be peace. But still, we are not doing. Still, we are spreading hatred and all kind of things.
that is the nature of humanity. I can say we always want to fight with someone. If just imagine if there is a country where only 100 people live, and these 100 people look exactly the same, they speak the same language, still they will divide into groups and they will fight, because our human mentality is like that. We always need to fight with someone. That's what
I
somebody told me. It's kind of looks like it's true.
We don't have control on our emotions, on our angriness or aggressive nature.
Yeah, the most violent creature on the planet is human beings. That's what they are saying.
I Yes,
Hey, hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. What about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Are you a student?
Yeah, I'm a student. I'm in third year of B.Ed.
Oh,
Not
you're doing
third year,
B.Ed.
third semester.
Third semester. Okay, that's great. Okay, yeah, please introduce yourself.
Yes, so my name is Puspa. I belong to Jharkhand, and currently I'm a student in third semester.
Hmm.
And I am doing internship in a government school where I do to teach students
Okay, that's great. So you're from which city actually?
in
Kanpur?
Jharkhand. Not Kanpur. I belong to Jharkhand.
Oh, that's the state name, right? Okay,
Yes,
no problem. Okay, so for how long you been practicing English?
I think it's been more than a year, but I am not a
Mhm.
consistent learner of this language. There are so many times where I don't find to talk to anyone, and sometimes I feel I am not gonna speak anything in English language itself. So I think it's been a long time practicing, and now I am talking to someone. Uh, I think 2 days ago I talked to a girl, but now I am talking again to you. So I
Okay.
rarely practice in this language, so that's why I think I'm not getting the fluency which I want.
Oh, I see that your English is actually good. You're able to talk in a very neat, concise manner. Okay.
Okay, thank
Do you also have YouTube channel?
Yes, yes, I also have, but again, I am not consistent over there. Recently, I am trying to do the conversation and trying to post it because I think if I post it, I am gonna listen it. When I record it in my phone call, I don't listen it. I think it's very boring for me. It is taking time. But when I'm gonna post it, definitely I will try to listen like how I am speaking and how the next person is speaking, how people are responding. So their response will matter for me. So that's the
Okay.
thing I want.
So how many conversations have you made so far?
Only two. I have made two conversations with a girl, and she
Okay.
posted our conversation in her channel, and then one conversation I posted on my channel.
Okay, what is the name of your channel?
Okay, so basically, channel name is Digital KM Classes, where I used to post related to B.Ed content because
Okay.
I am a student of B.Ed. But recently, I thought if I want to learn this language, I should post this so that whosoever is gonna watch this, watch my channel, definitely they will find this conversational videos. And as if they are future teacher, if they are aspiring to be a teacher, it will help them because in interviews they are going to face some kind of issues where they have to speak in English. So I thought
Yeah.
it. it will be beneficial for them as well.
That's a good idea. And in case if the YouTube thing is really working for you, you can actually make money from YouTube. That can also happen. We don't know that. We just give a try. That's all. Nice,
Yes.
nice. Okay, tell me what do you do to learn English? Are you watching any English movies or listening to any podcasts? What are all the practices are you doing?
Okay, so first of all, I am not into movies. I don't like movies. I don't know why. Even I don't
Okay.
watch Hindi movies. I am connected to Hindi language, but still I don't watch movies in Hindi language. So what I do is basically watch some of videos where I find someone is speaking good thing which is beneficial for me, like the self growth videos or something related to spirituality or some random podcast where people are talking about something that is helpful for you to grow in your life. So such kind of
Mm-hmm.
videos I just watch.
Okay, and you watch those videos in English, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Have you watched this Sadhguru's videos because he also speaks very good English and he's kind of spirituality also.
Yes, this is the
Okay.
first channel I found very interesting and easy to understand. So I always follow Sadhguru, and I
Okay.
sometimes I think whatever he is saying is very relatable to me. So I love to watch him. I love to hear him, and also I follow a channel Buddhism where he also talks about the teaching of Buddha. So I love
Buddha.
that channel.
Okay, what is the
Yes,
name of the channel?
Buddhism itself.
Buddhism. Okay, I try watching it. I don't watch much into much spirituality videos, but sometimes I watch Sadhguru's video because Sadhguru speaks very good English and also his English is very simple. He explains it in a very
Yes.
simpler way. So sometimes I watch his videos also. Really interesting those videos are. And what are
Yeah.
your hobbies? What else do you do?
I think I haven't explored much about my hobbies since childhood.
Okay.
I was just fond of watching child serials, and whenever
Mhm.
I used to come from school, I just used to watch Sakalaka Boom Boom and such type of
Shakalaka Boom
serials.
Boom, huh? Yeah, even I watched
Yes,
that. That's one of
yes,
my
yes.
favorite childhood TV shows.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing in childhood. But when I grew up, I found that I had a little bit inclination towards playing badminton, but I never found anyone with whom I can play. So again, I missed the chance, and now I think English has become my hobby, which I love the most. I want to learn this, and I really want to be a fluent speaker.
Okay, I see that your English is really beautiful. I mean, you're able to use a lot of words. You have good vocabulary. So tell me, what are all the things you're doing to improve your English? Because so
As
far
I
I've heard you, so far I've heard you, I don't see any big problem with your English, and you're actually fluent. A little more fluency is needed, but the way you use words and the vocabulary and the sentence formation and those things are really impeccable, I can say. So tell me, what do you do?
Okay, thank you for your kind words, and I told you
Not
as
kind
I
words,
was.
I'm telling you the truth. Yeah.
No, because sometimes you don't have a courage to appreciate yourself, and when next person is appreciating like your English is good, then it is good for me. It boosts my confidence. Like yes, I am little bit good in this. So
Yeah.
I just watch some of the videos, and I prefer to read articles, and I have some books. I also read them, so I think these are the things which are very helpful for me. Sometimes I try to incorporate in my conversation. If I find something new word, I try to incorporate in my conversation. But sometimes I find that I'm not able to make any good sentence. So then I
Mhm.
leave that. But again, I try to learn this and try to do this. So in this way, I think I am trying to do.
Okay, I think if you can work on this YouTube thing, maybe you will be able to pull a lot of people in. People, they will definitely they will try to watch your video because you are a very good English speaker. Maybe you're also in the same level like me, maybe in the upper part of the intermediate level. Maybe a little bit of fluency is needed, but the way you pronounce words, I mean, the way you use the vocabularies, that's really nice.
Okay, again, thanks.
Yeah.
If God wants, definitely I will run a YouTube channel.